I'm gonna try to sit down. Hello again. My name is Emma, and welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Are you gonna come up here? Okay. Sit down. Come on. Come on. Okay. Sit down. No, you can't play with that. No. There's nothing. I have no food up here. No. Sit down. You're in front of the camera. Sit down. Come on. Good boy. There you go. Let me. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I'll give you a belly rub later, okay? Okay. Just sit there. Be good boy. Yeah, good boy. Woo. Okay. So, Valentine is almost here. Ain't this cute? It has my name on there. But other than that, we are really, I am really enjoying today and having an afternoon tea, just because right now the sun is out and I am really surprised that that is out right now. A couple of things about the books that I'm reading. I'll tell you that in a minute. But right now, what we're drinking, and I hope this little one didn't make me lose. Okay, so we are drinking Country Peach Passion, and it looks like this. And one thing about tea is that I really like orange, so I'm gonna go to the store and see if I can find something with an orange flavor. Another thing about tea is that I like the colors. I don't know what it is, but if it's the true blueberry, I like the way it comes out nice and reddish. If it would have came out looking blue, that would like really trip me out. I would love to see that. Another color would be the green for the green tea. That would be awesome. And or pink for a nice pink flavor of tea. Anything that will give it color, like the chamomile. A little bit more tint of yellow for the chamomile, because the chamomile is yellow. So I don't know what it is. It's just the way the tea looks. Now, if you're drinking the all regular like Lipton tea or just any kind of regular tea, the only way I would be able to drink that would be to have it in here, of course, but I would have to put milk in it, because then it looks a little bit like coffee, and that's the only way I can drink that tea. And it only if it has, I'm trying to prop myself up, only if it has that kind of what do you call it, that coffee look. I mean, I like drinking regular tea, but it has to have a hint of milk or cream or something. Otherwise, I won't drink it. It has to be flavored tea. Okay, so that's what we're drinking today. And like I said, it is peach flavor, but I would have preferred for it to be, it's nice and yellow, kind of. Nice and yellow. I would have liked it to be like an orange flavor, but that's okay. So that's cup of tea. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but it just puts me in a mood. I can just sit here and relax. It would be nice if it was a little bit more darker and the snow was coming down, but I prefer sunshine. I really do, but I'm just saying it would have been nice. But you got to pick. Sometimes you can pick and choose when you want to have tea too. You can either have it early in the morning, which a lot of people don't, because in America, we drink coffee in the morning, not so much tea. It's throughout the day that we drink tea. Well, at least for myself, whether it's in the afternoon or if you want to engage with friends and have high tea, that involves a lot more, because then you have to make sandwiches and all this other stuff and set up a table, and that takes a lot of work. And then you have your nighttime tea, which kind of like almost like wine, but it does soothe you, it does relax you, and some of them could even put you to sleep. Or like stress relief teas could kind of like make you drowsy, but it all depends what kind you get. Okay, so this came out really good. I do like the flavor. So, on with the books. So, I am reading, what was it called? I was reading on my Kindle, okay? And where are we at? I'm gonna swipe up, swipe sideways, hello? Okay. So, Christmas on Main Street. And so far with this one, it's a small town Christmas romance. So far with this one, Emma seems to getting a little bit more involved with what is his name? Let's go here. Getting a little bit more involved with Jack. And it just seems so funny because he was the kind of guy who was like just, you know, coming in, flew in for his brother's a wedding. And then he already had a history, you know, of having like every girl at port. And she didn't want a guy like that, you know. And then, of course, the grandfather told Jack, you know, take it easy because she's a hometown girl. Well, right now they're trying to help John, who is a pastor of a church, and they're trying to get all these events ready for Christmas, for charity, you know, fundraisers, things like that. And so far, they already gotten Jack involved, and he's been. He is, because Emma asked him, like, well, what do you do for a living? And he goes, well, he goes around looking for people, missing people. So it just so happens that somebody, I don't think it was, who was it? Somebody was, I forgot her name, was trying to find either a brother or somebody. And because of what he does, he's not an investigator. He just helps missing people because that's what happened to him and his brother when they were little. Something happened to his mom, and as they lived in foster care too, as a matter of fact, just like the other ones. And the last book I read, and they were sent with a mom, and they were trying to find their mom. So. And I guess when they found her, I'm not even sure if he found her. I got to keep reading. But it was the feeling that he got that made him happy. So he figured that other people might be wondering about the same thing, how to find a relative or something like that. So he made a business out of that. So that's what he does for a living. And somebody in the book, I forgot her name, was thinking about the same thing, about looking for a relative. And go, well, let's talk to Jack about it, because that's what he does. So that's where I am on that book. And he's also helping out with the programs that they're trying to set up for the fundraisers. So that's where I'm at that. But here's the thing. I was really intrigued when I found out that Emma was the main character, which Emma that, you know, and it's just so weird because I try now to put myself in that character. Like, Emma's living that life right now. And it's so weird because I'm like, I'm the one that's doing it. I'm the one that's talking to Jack. I'm the one that's hanging out with her friend. So it's really cool to see my name, pop up. But here's the thing. So, I'm into that book. And I'm also into Exile for Dreamers. This is the book I'm reading right now. And this one blew me away because as I was reading it, I found out, because there's this headmistress of these girls. One girl, Georgie, she was kidnapped, and Tess killed somebody because she was trying to save her. I don't think she was a sister. I think she could have been a sister. I'm not really sure. But there were just these three girls who were out going for a walk or something like that in the woodlands, and Georgie got kidnapped by these guys, and so she ended up having a struggle. She ended up killing somebody who was Tess, and Tess later on, when it came to the back in that day, what would you call an officer, somebody, investigator, he went out to help them and things like that to try to figure out what happened. And in the process, he got hurt. I'll try to figure out because I'm just now trying to roll with the story. But Tess found out that he was hurt, and he ended up in this manor, and he was there bedridden. So she ends up sneaking out of the house to go and make sure he was protected, that he had some kind of security, because she did not trust this one girl who used to live with them, and her name was Denanska. What was her name? Deninska. So Deninska was was hanging out with this one guy who was named Lucien, and it was like in the Napoleon era. Napoleon was about to, take the crown king, or the king crown, and they were trying to be on their side. And Denenska was listening to Lucien, and Lucien, I guess, kind of coaxed her into running away. And so she remembered everything that Denenska had done, and the betrayal that she had put on the Sarangi, I'll say Sarangi, and the school. Her running away and making everybody feel bad, and she trusted her and everything like that. But she ended up becoming like a criminal, Deninska. So she ended up becoming like a criminal, and so she didn't trust her. She was scared that she was the same guys that she sent to kidnap Georgie had to have been the same guys who hurt one of the officer who was bedridden right now. And so she snuck out of this big, humongous school, and there was certain halls and doorways and things like that you couldn't, like back doors. And Miss Sarangi got upset with her. She said, "Oh, well, welcome back. Did you come back from taking care of your invalid," or whatever she called them? And she goes, "Yeah, how did you know I left?" And there was this one lady named Madame Cho, who was like a caretaker of all of them. She goes, "Well, once she knew you were gone, she let me know." But here was the clincher. Miss Sarangi, her first name is Emma. So it's because she caught her lip and for an instant looked worried. And Miss Emma Sarangi is nothing if not intrepid. So I was like, I'm reading 2 books with my name in it. Emma, who is the, the friend of the florist, the character, and Emma, who is the headmistress of the school. I find that so, I don't know. I find it so, what do you call it? I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it. But I find it so surprising that both books that I'm reading have my name in them. So I can't wait to read them. I'm looking forward to it. Like, oh, I can't wait to find out what Emma's gonna do in this story. I can't wait to find out what Emma Sarangi's gonna do in that story. So yeah, I'm really stoked about it. But yeah. So here we're gonna have a little taste test today because I have bought these little Hostess buns. I don't know if you can see them. Little Hostess buns. And I thought they were so cute. But when I opened them, I thought they were going to be like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in them, they're 8. And the reason being, guys, look at how tiny they are. They're like so tiny. I was like, really? They couldn't make them bigger than this? So I was like, okay. So I opened it and I was like, well, let me see. They smell really good. They really do. And they're baby buns. Oh, that's why. They're baby buns. Duh. And they even have like a little tag. You could write. Like, really, how can you write on this thing? You can't write on this thing with a pen. A marker, maybe it says to and then from. But the texture, I don't know, was kind of like, I don't know, like spongy on the bottom. It has icing on top, which is really cute. But it's the sponginess. I'm not going to worry about how we eat. We all have to eat. I know some people, when they go out to eat, they're always doing this. Hey, we eat how we eat. That's how it is. I like the icing. I mean, you could taste the sugar. The flavor of the strawberry, not so much. A hint of strawberry. You know what it reminds me of? This little cake. It reminds me of those Japanese sweets. I just put a hair in my mouth. Yeah. The heck? I don't know if I touched it. I gotta get a napkin here. So it reminds me of Japanese sweets. And I think I remember having one. And they were spongy the same way. That's what that reminds me of. Only because the bottom part was really spongy. But it was good. I mean, it's good nevertheless. Little Debbie's, right? Was it Little Debbie's? Oh, this was Hostess. Little Debbie's makes the zebras, right? And the Christmas cake, the Christmas tree cakes, and the hearts, right? This was Hostess. Not bad for being Hostess. Guys, don't forget, you know, your little sugar cubes, okay? If you want a little bit more sugar in your tea. Always got to have a couple of those on hand. Okay, so that's where we are with the books. Like I said, I can't wait to get more into them. I am taking notes on them only because I want to make sure that I have all the names right. And those laptops, they make me laugh. Because the kids play with them and they always have these games on there, and all of a sudden this weird noise will come out. Anyway, another way, because there's so many ways for you to release or relieve, to take away stress. And I remember back in the day when I used to go through a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress, because I had a whole bunch of little ones and I wasn't working and I was just home being run ragged, you know, kids running all over the place. So I ended up getting into crafts, and that helped me a lot. I got into crocheting, and that helped me a lot. So another way you can get, you know, to relieve stress, get into needlework. You can spend hours in needlework. I'm doing this one right now. It's kind of like a shape of a heart, and it's supposed to look like this. Whether it's going to come out looking like that, I had the vaguest idea. But, you know, get into that, guys. Do something, whether it's needlework, crocheting, knitting, painting, drawing, learning how to play the piano. That's another, you know, I mean, that might be a little bit too much. But anything that will get your mind off of whatever's causing your stress. It helps you take your mind and it takes it somewhere else. Even if it's just like for 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever time you can spare. But at least when you come back, it makes you focus on the things that you need to get done. Okay? Especially when you have a lot of children on hand, or you have a busy job and it's taking a toll on you. You know, some things that we do in this world wasn't even meant for us. We weren't supposed to go half, not even close of what we're going through right now in this world, in our lives. But we do it because we feel like we have to do it. But now mindsets are beginning to look and say, no, we don't. We don't have to do it like this. And you can tell by the way computers are working now, by the way homeschooling is working, how people are working from the house. It wasn't like that before. Okay, guys, so I can't wait to get further into the stories. And that's all I have for you guys today. So, like a fish in a sea, so glad you caught me. I am dressing up a little bit more here. Already got my red up, my wall. I have red up over here. And I'm going to start dressing up the walls probably this week and see how I can come up with the window cleans or whatever I'm going to be gluing or double taping up there. So like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me, and I will catch you tomorrow couponing, and we'll see what I get at CVS tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a good day. Don't stress yourself out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and definitely comment. Bye.